Was Singapore's GRC system created to make life harder for the opposition? Former Deputy Prime Minister S. Jayakumar says the history tells a different story. Jayakumar, now 87, has launched a new book called Creating 3 Unique Singapore Laws. It looks at the behind-the-scenes discussions that shaped 3 major parts of Singapore's political system: the Elected Presidency, Group Representation Constituencies, or GRCs, and the NCMP scheme. According to Jayakumar, all 3 ideas originally came from Lee Kuan Yew, but they did not simply become law exactly as Lee proposed. They were debated, challenged, and changed by other cabinet ministers. The GRC story is especially interesting because it touches on a criticism that still exists today. Some critics have argued that the system benefits the ruling PAP and makes electoral competition harder for opposition parties. Jayakumar says that was not how the idea began. He said Lee was already concerned about minority representation in the early 1970s. At the time, many constituencies were much more Chinese-speaking than they are today. According to Jayakumar, Lee wrote to PAP MPs about the difficulties Malay MPs could face trying to operate effectively in such constituencies. The GRC system was eventually established in 1988. Its official purpose is to ensure that minority communities will always have representation in Parliament. But here is the important distinction. The reason a political system was created and the effects it has decades later are not necessarily the same question. Jayakumar's account gives us evidence about the original thinking behind GRCs. It does not mean every modern criticism of the system automatically disappears. People can still debate whether team-based elections affect political competition. Supporters can also point to something concrete. Minority representation is built directly into the electoral system. That distinction matters because political debates often mix intention and outcome together. The book also gives another example of how Lee's original ideas were changed. Jayakumar says Lee initially wanted Singapore's president to have extensive executive powers. Younger ministers, including Tony Tan and Goh Chok Tong, were concerned about concentrating too much power in one person. The proposal was eventually changed. The elected president received custodial powers instead, including responsibilities involving Singapore's reserves and key public appointments. This challenges another popular image of Lee Kuan Yew. Jayakumar describes him as very headstrong, but says he could be persuaded when ministers presented strong arguments. For Singaporeans, this may be the most valuable part of the book. Not whether everyone agrees with the final policies, but the rare glimpse into how some of Singapore's most important political institutions were actually argued over before becoming law. So here's the question. Does knowing the original reason for the GRC system change how you view the debate around it today? Share your view below, and if you enjoy clear Singapore news with deeper context, like this video, share it, and subscribe to 2230.